Hi, kindergartners. How are you doing today? I hope that you had a great weekend. I'm actually still at home because it's the weekend still for me. I just wanted to get ahead on some of these recordings because I don't know if your mom and dads have told you, but soon we will be going to all distance learning, which means everything on the computer and on Google Meets. So I need time tomorrow to get us ready for that transition. Just so you know, Mrs. Blazing's class is also joining in on our reading videos today. Hi, Mrs. Blazing's class. It's good to see you on here. What I'm going to walk you through right now is reading the story that came home in your packets this week. It's called We See Tam. Okay. Now, there are going to be some words in this story that are not star words. We don't just say them really fast because we might need to sound them out. Okay, remember, star words are those words that we want to say super quick. Other words we might need to sound out. So I want to walk you through some of those words before we get started. One word that we're going to see in our story today is the word am. Let's sound it out together. Am. Okay. There are also going to be 3 characters in our story. One of the characters' names is let's sound her name out together. Pam. Good. Another character in our story is this character. Let's sound out this name together. Tam. It's not a very common name, but it is the name of a friend that we are going to see in our story. And the last character we're going to see in our story is this name. Sam. Okay, so we are going to see words, pages with the word am on it. We are going to see the name Pam, the name Tam, and the name Sam. Okay. What I would like you to do right now is to find your packet that we sent home for your at-home learning today. And I want you to follow along as I read this story to you or with you. Now, as I'm reading, I'm going to use some strategies that kindergarten readers need to do in order to become good readers, okay? Now, remember, whenever we see any of our star words, I say this in my class, but the goal is we want to see it and say it. We want to know those words speedy quick, okay? So I'm going to read it with you or for you, and then we will read it together, and then I'm going to have you practice it by yourself. Okay, so listen to those steps. I will read it for you, we will read it together, and then you will read it on your own. Okay, the title of our story is We See Tam. Now let's read it back. We see Tam. By looking at this picture, I bet that this is Tam. Do you notice how the 2 other friends are waving to him? That would make sense with our story. We see Tam. All right, me first. I am Tam. Let's read it together. I am Tam. Ooh, this is a long sentence. Listen to Mrs. Borchard. I see Pam at the swing. Now I'm going to read it through quickly. Read with me. I see Pam at the swing. Nice job, kindergartners. My turn first. I see Sam at the table. Now let's read it together. I see Sam at the table. Great job. Ooh. Listen first. I see a cat. All together. I see a cat. Nice job. Ooh. We like bugs. Let's read it together. We like bugs. Nice job, kindergartners. Now your job on Seesaw for either me or Mrs. Blazing, depending on who your teacher is going to be to read this story to us by recording yourself. Remember, if the story is a little tricky for you, that's okay. It is perfectly fine right now if you need help from an adult, but it's also fine if you can read it on your own. You need to think about your brain and do what your brain can do, okay? But I do want you to know that Mrs. Blazing and myself are very excited to listen to you read today. We will see you later this week at school.